You know that feeling when you get the notification, your package has been delivered, and you rush to the door, all excited, only to find nothing. Yeah, that was my life for about 6 months, and let me tell you, it went from a minor annoyance to an all-out war. I had just moved into this seemingly perfect little suburban neighborhood, white picket fences, manicured lawns, the whole 9 yards. It was great, except for one thing, Karen, and yes, her name was actually Karen. She was the self-appointed queen of the neighborhood and the president of our homeowners association. From day one, she made it her mission to be in everyone's business. Your grass is 1/4 of an inch too long, you'll get a notice. Your trash cans are out 10 minutes too early. Expect a passive-aggressive email. At first I tried to be nice, kill her with kindness, but my packages started to go missing. It started small, a book I ordered, some new socks. I thought, okay, maybe it's a delivery error, or someone swiped it passing by. I installed a doorbell camera, thinking that would solve it. And it did, in a way. It solved the mystery of who was taking my stuff. The first time I caught her on camera, I almost couldn't believe it. There she was, in broad daylight. Karen with her signature blonde bob and visor, marching right up to my porch. She'd glance around, all sneaky, scoop up my package, and then scurry back to her house across the street like a little goblin. It was so brazen, so entitled. So, I did what any reasonable person would do. I saved the footage and went to talk to her. I knocked on her door, trying to keep my cool. "Hey Karen," I said, "I think there might have been a mix-up. My doorbell camera shows you accidentally picked up a package of mine." I was trying to give her an out, a chance to play it off as a mistake. She just stared at me, a smug little smile on her face. "Oh, I don't think so," she said. "I was just securing it for you. There have been a lot of porch pirates around here lately. You should be more careful." And then she shut the door in my face. No package, no apology, just pure I was fuming. I took the footage to the HOA board, and guess what? They told me it was a neighborly dispute and they couldn't get involved. They suggested I talk to Karen again. Seriously. The woman who was stealing from me and was also the president of the board they were telling me to report to. Unbelievable. Next, I went to the police. I filed a report, showed them the video evidence. They were sympathetic, but they said because the value of the stolen items was relatively low, it wasn't a high priority. They'd look into it and maybe have a chat with her. A chat. This woman was a serial thief, and all she was going to get was a stern talking to. That's when I realized the system wasn't going to help me. If I wanted justice, I was going to have to get it myself. The rage was simmering. Every time a package went missing, my new headphones, a birthday gift from my mom, even a bag of dog food, it just added more fuel to the fire. I started fantasizing about revenge. Nothing illegal, of course, but something satisfying, something that would teach her a lesson she'd never forget. And then, it hit me. An idea so brilliant, so devious, it was perfect. If she wanted to steal my packages so badly, I was going to give her one she'd truly remember. The plan was simple, a glitter bomb. But not just any glitter bomb. Oh no, this was going to be the mother of all glitter bombs. I spent a week meticulously planning and building my masterpiece. I got a standard cardboard box and made it look like a delivery from a fancy electronics company. Inside I rigged a spring-loaded mechanism. I didn't want to hurt her, just humiliate her. So, no explosions, just a powerful, surprising burst. The payload was the key. I bought the finest, most annoying glitter I could find. We're talking multiple colors, multiple sizes. The kind of glitter that gets everywhere and stays there for weeks. But that wasn't enough. I needed a cherry on top. One added a few canisters of permanent fabric dye, the kind they use for tiddying, but in a disgusting, impossible to hide shade of swampy green. And for the final touch, a little bottle of skunk scent spray. The really potent stuff. The device was motor triggered. The moment the box flaps were opened, it would unleash its glorious, sparkly, stinky fury upon the unsuspecting thief. I also set up not one but 3 different cameras from various angles to capture the moment. This wasn't just for me, this was for the world. Or at least, for the rest of the neighborhood. I placed the trap on my porch, made sure the cameras were rolling, and then I waited. It felt like I was a hunter in a blind, waiting for my prey. I didn't have to wait long. It was almost like she had a sixth sense for unattended packages. Around noon, her garage door creaked open. There she was. She did her usual routine, the shifty glances, the power walk across the street. She snatched the box off my porch and practically sprinted back to her house. I was watching the live feed on my phone, my heart pounding with anticipation. This was it. She took the package into her garage, probably thinking she was safe. I had a perfect view from one of my hidden cameras. She placed the box on her workbench, pulled out a box cutter, and sliced through the tape. She lifted the flaps and bam, it was magnificent. An absolute work of art. A mushroom cloud of rainbow glitter erupted from the box, coating her from head to toe. She shrieked as the green dye sprayed all over her white blouse, her face, her perfect blonde hair. And then, the skunk spray hit. Her face contorted in pure disgust. She was flailing her arms, trying to wave away the glitter and the smell, but it was useless. She looked like a disco ball that had a fight with a swamp monster and lost. She stumbled out of her garage, gagging and covered in the evidence of her crime. People were out walking their dogs, gardening. Everyone stopped and stared. Jaws dropped. You could hear the gasps from across the street. Her reign of terror was over, and her public humiliation was just beginning. I calmly walked out my front door, phone in hand, recording her meltdown for good measure. "Having some trouble there, Karen?" I asked, with the biggest, most innocent smile I could manage. The look on her face was priceless. It was a cocktail of shock, rage, and utter defeat. She tried to yell at me, but all that came out was a sputtering, glitter-filled screech. Needless to say, the video went viral in our neighborhood Facebook group. The HOA board had no choice but to act. Faced with undeniable glittery and very smelly proof, they held an emergency meeting. Karen was unanimously voted out as president and heavily fined for theft and property damage. The dye had stained her garage floor. The police also got involved again, and this time, with the public spectacle and the pile of evidence, they pressed charges. The humiliation was too much for her. Within a month, a for sale sign went up in her yard. I haven't had a single package go missing since. Sometimes, when I get a delivery notification now, I smile, not just because my new stuff has arrived, but because I remember the day justice was served, sparkling green and smelling faintly of skunk. Don't mess with people's packages. You never know what's waiting for you inside. Thanks for watching my story. If you've ever had a crazy neighbor story, drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.